watching, so I'm just gonna say this. I can't stop thinking about that fucking line from some goddamn movie that I have still yet to figure out what it is. But it's just this fucking dude. He's like, I may not know my flowers, but I know a bitch when I see one. I just really want to know what fucking movie that's from. I really do want to watch it. It's like old 50s movie or some shit. This lady's like, they're marigolds. I saw it on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter. I don't know where it's from. If anyone's watching this, they'll probably be like, why the fuck you painting on your goddamn finger? Well, it's because this is what I used to do in middle school when I was bored. I was bored and I would I would draw on my finger and then make my finger the pen. And it adds this really cool, like, sandy effect. I don't really know what to call it. Like static, like TV static. I don't know. Just really sandy and it's a good shading effect. My finger is so black at this point, I can't fucking see if I'm actually putting anything on it anymore or not, but, you know, that's just how it be sometimes. This needs to be a lot more dark. No one's here right now, but if anyone's watching later on, and have watched the other video I did, me working on this, I am listening to The Caretaker. This is the album slash 6-part album, Everywhere at the End of Time. It's probably one of the most beautiful works of art I have ever heard in my life and seen. The art is also very important to the music as well, but good God, it is a beautiful work of art. The ending is probably the most beautiful thing I've ever heard that sounds like someone coming to terms with death that I've ever heard. And I think it's beautiful. This whole album is about losing your memory and delusion and just becoming old and not really remembering things as well as you used to, which I'm sure people my age can already relate to, because I can. I feel like my memory's shit sometimes, but you know, I actually have a pretty good memory. Most of you do too. You don't realize it. Your memory's selective. It likes to remember certain things that it wants to, and it likes to block out things that it doesn't want to see. Just like you do in everyday life. It's just how it works. I don't know how I even got into this topic, but yeah, I'm struggling to figure out what I'm still doing with this drawing, but I just thought I'd be on live and show you all my process as it goes. It's not a lot of artists show themselves just solely working. You mostly see the after product, and sometimes to me that's not where all of the art is. A lot of the art lies in the work and the ambition and drive that's put into making it in the first place. That's where the true art is and where it comes from. It's those ambitions and drives to make it in the first place. And whether you finish it or not, you having the drive to create something is art in itself. I know I'm being fucking Bob Ross right now, but I don't give a shit. Like, but fucking believe in yourself. You are making art just by thinking about it. Just by thinking about a concept, you are making art right then and there. And that's beautiful. And I don't think a lot of people think about that. So I've never even really heard anyone say that, and I think that all the time. Art is just a concept and perception. And sometimes I think all we are is a concept and perception. Especially the fucking aliens and shit. Like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck do they think? What do they see? What do they see when they view humans and shit? They probably don't see what we see. Not at all. I mean, if you want to get into like dimensional shit, I mean, fourth dimensional beings will see the entire life and death of Earth all at once. They'll see everything. They'll see how, but they won't see it in detail. They won't see the minute fractions of seconds and moments that go into being human. And honestly, whenever I get weird and think about weird other dimensions and stuff, and if beings lived in the fourth dimension, they wouldn't quite understand these small times like this, of just being still and creating. They just see it happen so fast, like a time lapse. And honestly, that's how I've heard a lot of people talk about how life seems that way sometimes. Hell, I mean, I even see life seem that way sometimes. I feel like life is just going by. I mean, I can't even believe it's fucking, God, Sunday? No, it's probably, it's Monday now. Like, Jesus Christ. I'm still processing shit that came from 2018. I mean, come on. We all work at our own pace. That's the most important thing to remember. Everyone works at their own pace. And we always have to respect that. Like a lot of people do. But once someone respects your space and your time, you then see how important it is. And how important those little tiny things you do in life, things you do for your friends, people you love, that's when you see when those things are really important and really matter. Little tiny details. you focus on the details too much, problems can lie there too. Can't spend our whole lives looking at details, because then we find too many discrepancies and problems and flaws, all sorts of stuff. I mean, look at this. I mean, you guys are seeing right now, I'm just painting on my finger and doing that, but someone who's going to look at this later and look at it is going to be like, well, why did he choose to leave this so dark and this so light and not shade it correctly and blah 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 blah. It's like, well, they didn't see how I made it. That's okay. Not everybody has to see those great amazing things that go into the things you create and the things you love. All that matters is that you see it. Because the most immediate thing in everyone's lives is themselves. And if you care, you care. That's the most important thing. If you can get other people to care about the things you love about, that's great. If you can't, well, life goes on. Not everyone can appreciate everything. We all have a limited space in our heads. I definitely do. I need to stop painting on my finger. Figure out what the hell else I'm gonna do. Need to start doing some different shading and such. But I really like finger shading. I like that a whole lot. Actually, I'm not done. I'm not done with that. Is anyone even here listen to me ramble? Probably not. Nope. I actually can't even see. And I don't care. I'm just going to keep talking. I started this a long time ago. I started this in like 2011 or 12. And still to this day, this really doesn't have much meaning to me. I mean, I started it with no meaning. It was just something that was religiously edgy, to put it in a funny way. I just wanted to kind of have like a mix of, I don't know, Catholicism, Christianity, and Satanism, and atheism, and all sorts of stuff like that. And like, I was really into, I really liked the film Antichrist at the time. I mean, I have the three beggars right here. I'm gonna end up covering up this constellation because I already did with this one and the crows, but they are here. I honestly don't even remember what they mean. I really don't. And that like really testifies to like, I didn't put any meaning to this, but there are so many things that you can infer from this that put a lot of meaning to it. I was explaining earlier to my cousin that if you put a dot on every single head and face, it somewhat represents not only the Star of David, but the Constitution of Man, which I still don't even quite know what that is. And even more of a testament to, I haven't put much meaning to this. But there's a lot of things you can infer from it, and that's what I love about it the most, is that I love hearing what people say about this, because I have no meaning to it, and the true art of this is having other people tell me what they think it is. And I love that. I love that so much. Actually, I need to move this just a hair. But yeah, this is just a weird piece I did and never really finished, and I'm sad I never did, so here I am. And hell, I mean, this might be Pillar of Wife's album art or something. I don't know. Spoilers. Whatever it may be, I already am very proud of it. I think I'm gonna do this negative stuff. I think I'm gonna do it right here, but it really just depends on where I'm actually gonna put this crow, because it looks good peeking out of this robe right here, and I kind of like the black nothingness right here, and then just the two eyes and a little bit of hair seen. But I don't know, I really want to add some more negative stuff, because that's like one of the coolest things about this. So we'll see. We shall see. This also, I mean, you can probably tell, I mean, this is like multiple pieces of paper cut. I mean, this is not one giant sheet of paper. I was a dumbass and meant to draw this face about this big, ended up being that big, and I was like, well, fuck. And I just kept going, and here we are. Here we are. And I'm going with it. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. If it makes it look shitty, I don't give a fuck. I think it's kind of cool. That is up to your artistic eye. Yeah, I really appreciate anyone who just sits here and watches this shit. It's like, I've always wanted to stream and do shit and show my art like that, but I just never exactly feel extroverted enough to do it. But you know, depression be a thing, anxiety be a thing. We all got our own form of it. But I do really want to do this a lot more, and if anyone's watching at this very moment, just fucking let me know. Let me know. Let me know you like it. I'll do more. I promise. I promise I will. I am a slave to insomnia, so if y'all ever are up late, like right now, I'll be here doing shit. Get most of this pretty dark so I kind of want this to be very shaded, but enough to where like this deer's mouth isn't too covered up. I mean, I definitely don't want to do what I'm doing right now over this, but I definitely kind of want to shade it in this way for sure. God, the more and more I work on this, it's like, holy shit, there's so much to do. There is so fucking much to do. It is unreal, but to you guys, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's already done. And then to some of you are like, yeah, there's a lot of shit you need to do. And like, yeah, I agree with both sides. I honestly wish I could just call this done and be like, yeah, it's done. That's what it is. But nope, I can't do that. Because my brain says, no, you must make it perfect. And more dark. This is what brain wants. Fuck. Need to move on to a different marker. There we go. That's much better. Ugh. I have lost my e-cig. I don't know where it went. Oh man, I did a no-no the other day. I have my micron pen. I actually did two no-nos. I accidentally left the cap off for a long time. And then I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do that shit that people do and like just swing the Sharpie in a circle and like it brings all the ink to the front. Yeah, it obviously brought way too much ink to the front. So I'm gonna try this out and see what happens, but I don't know. I'm actually gonna try this real quick. Put some of the ink on my finger. Oh my god, that's so black. Okay, that is very dark. I should have been using this earlier. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the ink definitely just leaked the fuck out of this thing. Oh, kinda, yeah, okay, that looks good. I fixed it. Yay. Alright. Does this actually work? Oh my god, it still works. Okay, cool. Well, that's good. But unfortunately, I don't even need it right now. Good god, this cap is just filled with ink. This is... Oh my god, look at my hands. Jesus Christ. What do I need? I need a bigger pen. I don't know if y'all artists out there know about these. It says Finito. Pentel Finito. These are fucking great ink pens. Hey, Cat. I don't know if you're still watching, but hey, Cat. These are great ink pens. They are very, very liquidy and very thick, and I love them. And if they're still wet, you can spread the ink, and it's wonderful. Gives it a good little shading going on. Honestly, all of this shit needs a re-outline, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. We'll just see what happens. I've been digging the live stream thing, even though Kat's the only person I've seen that's joined. What's up, Kat, if you're still watching? I don't give a shit. This is fun. I just like talking, because I talk to myself all the time. Shouts out fucking mental illness peeps. That's not even a joke. I'm just talk to myself all the time. It's normal. God, is that really how I thought bow ties worked? Or ties worked? Like just a fucking perfect ball. Just a perfect sphere. And then tie. God. Every woman in the world wishes. It'd look corny as fuck with just a fucking ball like that. Jesus Christ, I mean, look at that. Can you imagine some dude asking you out to prom with this fucking ball-shaped tie? Like, what the fuck? Did you take like 14 years of origami to make that shit? I don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out of my house. Take your shitty rental limo with you. Going to prom with my dad, bitch. I mean, some of these areas I literally haven't touched since high school. Like, I've not drawn a single thing on any of this since high school, and that is fucking crazy. I am lazy. Finish shit. But I have more satisfaction starting other things before I finish other things, and I'm sure everyone can relate to that shit. This is working way better for cross-hatching than I thought it would. Holy shit. Tyler! I don't know if you're still here, but hi, Tyler! I'll wave to you. I'm just trying to finish this drawing that you've probably seen for fucking over a decade, you know, because I'm lazy. You know, while I'm drawing and just thinking, I'm gonna tell you all about the weird shit I have been experiencing in my goddamn house today. Not today. For the past 3 years, probably. So, to start, when my sister and her friend Lindsay, hi Lindsay, were living here for a while before they moved in together. Lindsay approached me one day because she was sleeping in the guest bedroom, and she asked me, hey, did you hear any screaming noises last night? And I was like, what the fuck? No. Are you sure it wasn't my dad sneezing? Because my dad sneezes like he saw a ghost or some shit. Like, he fucking screams when he sneezes. And probably about a day later, she came up to me and was like, hey, I heard your dad sneeze. Definitely wasn't him. I was like, okay. I think she ended up telling me a second time, hey, I heard the screaming shit again last night. Are you sure you didn't hear it? And I said, no. And eventually, my sister came up to me and said, hey, I heard some, like, screaming / dry heaving kind of sounds. I was like, okay, that's fucking weird. Because I'm pretty open to energies and ghosts and shit like that, especially since this fucking occurrence and some other shit that happened to me in middle school. So I was kind of perplexed that I hadn't heard anything yet. So it's like, huh. But my sister heard it, Lindsay heard it. I was like, okay. And eventually my mom and dad were like, hey, we knew no one was home, and we heard a bunch of cabinets opening and shutting, and some of the doors opening and closing. And I was like, alright, there's definitely some shit going on in this fucking house. Mind you, we had moved in like 3-4 years prior. So, one day, me, my buddy, and my bass player, Christian, and our friend Pipe were chilling on my back porch, and we were smoking and talking, and oh my god, I just got paint on the floor. Fuck. Ugh. Anyways, we were smoking and talking, and just chilling, normal hangs, and, I heard, actually all of us heard, it sounded like it was near the back of the fence, this mixed between like a dry heave and a growl. It kind of was like, or something like that. And we all heard it, and Christian was playing music on his phone and immediately paused it, and we all just fucking were just staring at each other, like not saying a goddamn word. And we hear it again, but it's like a lot fucking closer. It sounds like it's like right on the other side of the backyard gate. And all of us just go inside, we come up here, we laugh for about 5 minutes, and then we don't speak a word of it for about a fucking week. So, a week goes by, I come home pretty late, and it's about like 4-ish a.m., and I'm in the bathroom. I was going pee, and the bathroom is right across the hall from my sister's room. And how was I doing this conversation? Okay. The bathroom's right across the hall from my sister's room, so I was going pee, and I just went pee, and I washed my hands, and I opened the door, and Alex is standing right there in front of the doorway. And she's half asleep, but she definitely looks a little bit freaked out, and is like, "Hey, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. What are you talking about?" She's like, "Well, were you throwing up? I heard you, like, dry heaving or something." And I didn't know what the hell she was talking about. And then right then I remembered the week prior, the shit that me, Chris, and Pipe heard. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I was like, "Alex, go to bed. I have no time to explain this." I didn't even say that. I was just like, "It's fine, whatever, go to bed." And I ran upstairs, I grabbed everything I needed, and as I was turning to go back downstairs, I heard that fucking growl noise thing, but like right outside my window. Mind you, this is the second floor of the house. And it sounded like it was right outside the window, like right fucking there. So I was obviously pretty fucking freaked out, but somehow I went to sleep that night. And after that, we didn't hear shit. Like, nothing has happened in this house until about a month and a half ago. So, one day I'm laying in bed because I'm sleeping in, fucking quarantine and shit. And it's about like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm still in bed. I'm kind of waking up, I guess. And I hear like the front door opening and closing and a bunch of stuff. And like my dad's friend Bill is living here. And like I thought it was him like leaving for work, or I thought it was my dad leaving for work. And I was like, okay, whatever. But later on that day, my dad comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, so I heard some shit today in the house that wasn't supposed to be heard." And I was like, "Okay, what?" And he's like, "Well, I heard a bunch of cabinets opening and closing, and then I heard the front door open and close." And I definitely got pretty freaked out because I was like, "Dad, what time was this?" And so it was about like around like 2 or 3 p.m. I was like, okay, yeah, Dad, I definitely heard that shit, and I heard the front door open and close about 3 goddamn times. So that was pretty freaky. But I mean, honestly, the whole thing in this household has been just deal with it. Like, we've literally just been fucking dealing with it. Like, I am the only person who is remotely interested in this, and I'm really just taking notice of these things. I'm not trying to fucking interact with this goddamn thing that's whatever. But, so that happened. And, I've been hearing strange things in my room where, like, I'll hear, like, a clicking sound in my office room over here, and I'll go in there, and then it'll stop, and then I'll hear it over here, like, in the back corner behind the drums over here, and I'll walk over here, and then it stops, and I'll hear it in the office again, and then repeat process. That happened a few nights ago. But the craziest thing that happened lately was I heard that fucking noise again. The growl, dry heave thing. I mean, I'm a little tipsy right now. I tried to say drowl, and that's a pretty accurate description of what that noise is. But I heard it again, but the only times I've heard it, it was outside of the house. The first time I heard it, it sounded like it was in the field behind my house and behind my backyard fence. The second time we heard it, 5 seconds later, it sounded like it was behind my backyard fence. The third time I heard it, it sounded like it was right there outside of my window. This time I heard it, it was in my dad's doorway. And it sounded like me imitating that like I did a few minutes ago, but like as loud as I possibly can. And it was loud as fuck. And it was like 4 a.m. I was going to bed and I heard that shit. And I didn't care. I immediately ran to the doorway to see if it was my dad. And I immediately heard him snoring. He was dead ass asleep. So it was not him. I asked him about it a few days later. I should have asked him the morning after, but I forgot. Because, try to block that shit out of your memory sometimes. I mean, that whenever you hear freaky shit like that, your brain does weird shit. Sometimes you just block it out. But, yeah. I think I'm going to end it there today, because I need to plan out what I need to do next with this. But this has been a fun stream. I don't know if many people are watching or are going to watch this, but if you do, and if you have made it this far, thanks for listening to my story. Hopefully I am not the main character in a horror movie. Hopefully I will finish this very soon, and maybe this will be some album artwork. But in the meantime, I'll catch you cool cats on the flip-flop later. Bye-bye.